Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here, bringing you another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday. And today I want to do my labs. So I did lab 1, lab 2, lab 3, lab 4, now lab 5, now I'm going to lab 6. So obviously if you're new to my channel, I do IT videos, the desktop support videos, talk about how to get into IT. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you know when I go live, because I do go live, and sometimes you may see something you have never seen before, maybe a giveaway, maybe something that it might help you. So for this one is I'm doing lab 6. So lab 5 yesterday was I created an account. I put Windows 10. I added a user. Um, I added a user, and basically I logged in as the user, and then I show you guys some different commands you can run and stuff like that. So today I actually want to show you why we do all that. Like, what's the point of that? Why do we create another account, if that makes sense? So let me share my screen with you for a second and show you what you should be doing with that account that you just created, if that makes sense. So let me go to my VMs on desktop 2. So you remember that we created that account, Patty. Remember we created an account, Patty, right? There's a purpose for that, because you have to remember and keep in mind that you have to learn these skills. What's the skills I'm talking about? You have to learn how to unlock an account, how to change your password, how to reset an account. You actually have to know what it means when an account's expiring. You have to know what it means when an account falls off when a computer falls off the domain. You have to know, like, all these weird error messages. You have to know about these weird error messages, and a bunch of other things as well. But understand that you need to know how to change your password, how to unlock an account, how to add someone to a group, how to remove someone from a group, how to add someone to a distribution group or security group. You need to know all those things, because when you go to the job market or when you go on a job interview, you have to explain that, and you have to know what that is, because a security group is not the same as a distribution group. You have to know what the differences are. So obviously a distribution group, it's a group that people are added to, and then if you send an email, it goes to a bunch of people part of that distribution group. If you add it to a security group, it's more for security things like a shared drive permissioning, um, to give you access to a folder, to give you access to VPN, maybe to give you access to a certain website like Citrix, or a certain like application like Dual. So you have two-factor authentication, security. These are security groups, because the security groups do that. That's what the design is for that. A lot of these companies use security groups, and a lot of these companies use distribution groups. So you need to know the differences, and you need to know why they're different and why they're used in a job environment. And you have to explain that when you go in a job interview. You explain that. I ask you the difference between security and distribution group. Distribution group is a group created so everyone receives that email. So like if you create a group called IT technology, at whatever the website, anyone that's part of that group will receive the email. But also you have to keep in mind that if someone's added to that group and you don't allow for emails to go through from outside, like third party, you'll get a bounce back. So they have to actually allow it on the 365 or Office Suite or 365 Enterprise. You have to allow that the email goes through on a third party like Gmail or Yahoo or whatever, MSN, whatever. So that's a talking about distribution group for email, not distribution group on AD. Talking about distribution group on email, and security group is different as well. So you know the differences, if that makes sense. And I need you to learn that, because that's something that you're gonna see in the job environment. So let me share my screen with you, and I'm gonna show you common. So today is just common issues you encounter for a user, if that makes sense. All common issues, and I'm gonna show you a cool CMD command as well, and then we'll wrap that up after that. Okay, just give me a second. So let me share my screen with you, and the screen one. So yeah, right now I'm logging here as Patty. So Patty's gonna be welcome one, I believe. Just log in real quick. So let me get my. I'm gonna show you something cool. I'm gonna show you something that because I want to show you. I want to keep showing you the same thing over and over again. I want to show you something that you actually could use. You actually could use for your for work, if that makes sense. So So I'm gonna show you, before we do anything, I want to show you some CMD commands that you should know if you're working with a user. So I'm on Patty's computer right now. If she calls you, obviously you want to open up CMD. You want to know if you could ping anything. So you're gonna ping 10.1 dot 2 that 10.1. You just gotta know if you ping the IP addresses. So mine is let me close out of that again. So my server, because you have to know the IP of the server, is 10.1.10.2, and it should work. So the domain is kevtech.com, but just remember that any domain will be kevtech.com. It could be any domain, or any domain you create could be kevtech.com. But the IP, you need to know the IP, not the domain. The IP is very important, because sometimes a lot of these companies may have the same name or domain name, and you're pinging that, and you're gonna get a different IP address versus the one that you have in your job environment. But obviously, you know the IP address. So mine is ping.10.1.10.2. So if you want a continuous ping, you do -t. Good to know, because if you have a computer that you're working on and you restart the computer, and if you do -t, it will do a continuous ping, and then it'll say timeout, and then it'll come back up again, and then you know when it's back up again by doing -t, if that makes sense. So you do Control C, and then you stop it. So if you do Control C on your keyboard, it actually stops from pinging. So why would I care about this command? I'll show you right now. I'm not gonna use my desktop computer today. I'm not gonna use desktop one. I'm gonna use my server today. So I'm gonna show you why that's important. Watch, I'll show you. So right now I'm on this one, right? So I'm going to show you some stuff that you need to know if you're working IT, or if you're actually going for job interviews. I don't want you going there unprepared, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is, why do we care about the ping command? I'll show you right now. So see here on the server, right? You want to do is CMD. You want to do ping desktop 2, right? Desktop 2. It should work. I probably typed it wrong, which is fine. So you do ping desktop 2. May not let me ping it. Let me see something. So we're gonna do IP config. Just give me a second. So you need to know the IP addresses. See, like I'm pinging this one right now. It won't work. Look at that. It's connected to it, but it don't work. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the firewall. Let me try something. Give me a second. It's asking me for an account, which is totally fine. So every time you gotta elevate your account, it's totally fine. Yeah, that's to block. Well, in an environment, this will not be off, but let me see if this does anything. So I'm gonna do, now it should work. There we go. Problem solved. There we go. Yeah, it's the firewall. Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna do ping -t. Why am I doing that? So if you restart, this is for people that are Helpdesk or IT. So typically we use -t. It's to get a continuous ping. So that way you know when the computer's back up again. So what you do is you do a shutdown, you do a restart, and then you restart the computer. You should get like no reply over here on the left-hand side on your server or on your computer, because you're pinging that IP address. So it should be request timeout, request timeout, request timeout. That's what it should say. It should say something like that, if that makes sense. So it's just restarting right now, and it's back up again. It's not doing anything, like it's stuck right now. So look at that, it's back up again. But it's something that you need to know, if that makes sense. It's not going to work on my environment, but basically you need to know what that is. So the welcome one again, capital W, welcome one. It should log me in. So I'm gonna close out of that. And then I'm gonna do desktop 2. Can I remote into it? It's probably not gonna let me do it. It's probably blocked. I have to allow it to, which is fine. That's totally fine. Just wanted to show you that. And then like I said, Active Directory, you need to know about account lockout, account password. So We're going to play around with that right now. But before I do that, I want to show you some other commands you could do. So you could do CMD. You want to do is you want to run as administrator, right? Because some of the things you can't do if you're running as them. You run as administrator. You run with your help desk accounts. I do have a help desk account, by the way. So we're going to do password 123 exclamation point, and I want to know what the group policy is set on this computer. So I'm going to show you a different command you have never seen before on any of my videos. So you got to do GP result, GP result. If I could type, would be nice if I could type. GP result /R/ little dash right there, C, little dots, and then do the slash again, results.txt. So what is that? What does that do? You're about to see right now. It's a purpose for that. So I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to go to my local C drive. I'm going to go to this PC, local disk, and now you have this thing called results. So basically you created a file to figure out what the GP or group policy of this computer is, and then you open it up, and it will tell you does not have our set properties. So it says Kevtech Helpdesk does not have anything. So then what you do is you're gonna run it again as a regular user, the same command as a regular user, GP result /R. So that's because I ran it as Helpdesk, if that makes sense. So it's a cool command, by the way. You should probably try it when you have a chance. It creates a file on that location. This is access denied for Patty. It's kind of cool though. And then you click on it, and it's like there's no data here. The next command you probably might want to try is, let me open up CMD again, just as the regular user. GP update /help, and it'll tell you everything about GP update. And you do GP update result /help again, and it tells you right there how to fix it. You just do question mark, you do GP update result /R, and it tells you everything about group policy right there and all that good stuff, if that makes sense. And you have different ones, by the way. It's not just one, there's different ones. So you just want to read carefully what it says here. We have GP update /H GP report.html, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of stuff you could do on this computer. Yeah, it creates files for you. So that's one of the reports. It's something that you may want to try on your computer when you have a chance. It's just like little things you want to try. I was playing around with this. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know you could do that, and I was just playing around with it. I like to learn different. I like to try different things. So anyway, just wanted to show you that real quick. Now I'm actually going to show you things you need to know if you're actually helping a user and stuff like that. So the most common call you're going to get from someone is that their account is locked out. So I'm going to do sign out. Watch what I'm about to do. I'm gonna break this computer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log in this Patty. I'm just gonna type it in randomly. Yeah, reference account is currently locked, and then you get that call from Patty. Hi, I can't get into my account. It says my computer is locked. I don't know what that means. Can you please help me? And then what you want to do is you're like, yeah, definitely. I could definitely help you. Sure, Hey, good morning. Yeah, I could definitely help you with that. Let me assist you with that. I definitely, and then you just got to go in here and you go to your Active Directory. You click the little button right over here, Active Directory using computers. You want to go under users folder unless there's somewhere else. In this case, using HR. Remember, I created an OU. You double click on her. You click on account and you hit unlock. That's it. Simple as that. Hit OK and hit apply and OK. That's it. Hey, hi Patty. Can you try to log in again? Yes, Kevin. Let me try. And then they log in. They log in, and it should work. Hopefully, if it doesn't work, then we have a bunch of problems, man. Should let her back in. So that's the common call that you will get from someone. I can't get in. I can't log. My account's locked out. And this is, keep in mind that this is for everything. So this is for Outlook issues. This might be because of VPN. Their account is locked out from VPN. This could be because they're locked out because of their mobile phone. This could be they're locked out because of their computer. This could be that they're locked out because they have more than 2 devices. So they might have a computer here and their other computer might have an old password on it. So that's locking them out. So you have to restart that computer and unlock their account. So it could be a lot of reasons why they're getting locked out, but you need that is a skill you need to have if you're doing help desk. This skill that I just showed you right now, and I don't know it's like easy for everyone, but for some people it's not easy. Some people are not comfortable with using Active Directory. So if you're weak at this, you need to work on this. If you know how to do this, it's totally fine. But if you're weak at this, you need to work. So the main thing about this is going into your domain controller, searching for Patty, and you search by the entire directory. You double click on the user, you hit account, and you hit unlock account. So that's common issue number 1. And then the other issue is going to be, you're about to see other issues. I'm gonna create a bunch of issues that you've never seen in your life before. So the next one is, right click on Patty. I'm gonna hit disable account. And you're like, okay, so Patty's no longer part of the company. What the hell happened over here? And then I'm gonna log in as Patty again. Let's see what error message we get. I'm gonna do welcome 1 again and see if it lets me in. I'm gonna have to restart the computer for this to work. It's still letting me in for some reason. So let's do a restart. So she just got back from pay time off or from maternity leave. So they disable her account because she was gone for a little bit of time, and she's calling you and she can't log in for some reason. She's like, oh, I'm trying to log in and I can't log in for some reason. I'm getting this weird message. It says the account has been disabled. Please see your system administrator. Kevin, I'm sorry to bother you. Can you help me again? I'm like, yeah, sure, I can help you with that. And then same thing, you go into domain controller, you right click on it, you hit find, you do Patty, and then you search by entire directory just in case, because sometimes it might be somewhere else. You right click on them, you hit enable account, and then you tell her, like, you hit find now, it refreshes it. So when it's thumbs down like that, it's because the account is disabled. Okay, so when they call, like, can you try logging in again? And they're like, okay. Like, Kevin, I don't know my password. Can you reset my password for me? Yeah, of course I can. I got you. So then you right click on domain controller again. You search for Patty again. This is stuff you need to know if you're doing help desk or IT support. This is why I'm going over this. Otherwise, I would not go over this. And then you right click on them, right click on the user, reset password, and I'm gonna give her the same password. Welcome 1. Password has been changed. Can you try logging in again with welcome 1? Sure, Kevin, I'll log in right now. Give me a second. All right, let's see if this works. It should let you in, Patty. Otherwise, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help, okay? Is there anything else I can help you with? That's how you talk when you're talking to someone. So obviously you sign out again, and then if you don't want to do that, then you could just do these other ones. It says reset user's password, and then user must change password next login. That means that they have to create their own password. So in these job environments, you wanna tell them that, oh yeah, you have as soon as you log in, it's gonna make you change your password. So we're gonna do welcome 1 again, and we're gonna hit OK. I'm gonna check mark that. I'm gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna do welcome 1 again, and it should properly change your password. Let's see if it does that. It might have to shut down the computer again. I might not have to shut it down. It may just log her in again. So yeah. So it's not taking an effect right away, which is totally fine. It's okay. Just restart it again. So these are things that you need to know if you're doing help desk or IT support. I know that sounds like easy, but it's kind of hard actually for some people. You'll be surprised. So today's just common issues you encounter on a user level. So this is welcome 1. User must change password before starting. You hit cancel, it's gonna kick them out again. So you're gonna do welcome 1, hit OK. Tell them to make a new password. Here in this scenario, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna uncheck that. So you could uncheck it. So I'm gonna go right click on this, go to find, do Patty, do entire directory, find now. She's like, I don't want to change my password. I want to keep that password you gave me. You go into account, user must change next login. You just hit apply, you hit OK, and that's it. And then you have them log in. It shouldn't prompt for password change. It shouldn't prompt for any of those things. Okay, that's it. She should be good to go after that. Now I'm going to show you another issue because I want to show you all the issues that you probably get in a real job environment, in a job interview too. So then someone asks you, oh, how do you change a password on how do you change a password for a user on Active Directory? You know what Active Directory is. You know what it means. Do you know how to change a password? Do you know how to add a user to a group? Do you know what changing password next login means? Do you know what disabling account means? You know what that, so they tell you all these things in a job interview. So you need to get comfortable with this. This is why we're making this lab. So I'm gonna go back to Patty again. Now I'm really gonna mess this up. We're gonna go into account. We're gonna go into end of. We're gonna put 2000, hit apply, hit OK. And then we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna see if she can log in. See what happens. I'm really gonna mess it up. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do sign out. See if I can just sign out and sign back in. Account has expired. The user account has expired. So now they call you because of this. And usually when you get that message, is because their password needs to be changed, or the password is expired, and you have to extend their account on Active Directory, which is what I just did. I just went back in time instead of going forward. So you got to go into your Active Directory, users and computers again. You go find now. You do find. You search for Patty. Our entire directory, obviously. You double click on Patty. You hit account. You go to never. You hit apply. You hit OK. And then you wanna make sure that her account is valid, like it's still good. You don't wanna just start her to log in because you don't know if her account expired recently. So you wanna do net users space Patty domain, and then it tells you right there. Password last set 11/15. Password expires in 3 months 2/13. Password is changeable 11/16. Last login 11/15 2/40. Patty, can you log in again? Can you log in with welcome one? I think that was your password last time when we set it up, when you first tried to log in for the first time. Try welcome one. It should let you in. Okay, Kevin, I'm gonna log in right now. Let's see if it should let her in. There we go. Simple as that. The next message because you wanna play around with this. You wanna break it because this is interview questions you'll probably be asked. I'm gonna right click on desktop 2. I'm gonna hit disable account. I'm gonna hit yes. I'm gonna hit OK, and then I'm gonna have her log in again. Let's see what happens. See here, lets her in. Might let her in. Let's try it again. This is desktop 2, I believe. That's why I call it desktop 2. I'm gonna restart for a second. So this is why you make these labs, just to practice. So I'm gonna restart and show you what she won't be able to log in because you just disabled desktop 2. So that's just, you gotta play around with this. It's fun, actually. I like this. I don't know why you guys. I like doing these things. It's fun because you get to see the issues that this is issues you encounter in real life. A user can log in, and they get the trust relationship issue. So her account is probably gonna work because it's already locally saved on the computer, if that makes sense. So that's the reason why she could log in. So for this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna see if I can log in with Helpdesk instead, and let's see if it works. There we go. The server does not have a computer account in this workstation, the trust relationship. So you encounter this issue when the computer has fallen from the domain, and when that happens, you're in trouble. You can't log in or do anything. So how do you fix that? You have to actually, if you enable the account here, it might fix it. It may not fix it. So let's try enabling the account and see what happens. Does it let you log in? Let's try it again. It might let you in. So those are issues you need to know. These are issues that you will encounter in real life. Now I'm going to show you another issue. I'm actually going to I'm actually going to destroy or delete this computer right over here. And it might mess up the whole computer, actually. So I'm going to do delete. Yes. I just completely removed it from the domain while it's actually trying to log in. And it should let you in anyway, but I pretty much messed it up. Now you can't even log into that computer anymore. You're about to see right now. So I'm going to do right click on it. I'm going to do restart. And no one should be able to log into this computer at all. No one like that. That's in a domain controller, not a work group. Domain controller should not be able to log in anymore because of that, because I just deleted the whole thing. So now it's completely messed up at this point. So let's see. So I'm going to go back to Patty. I'm going to do welcome 1. It might let her in. It might let her in because it's probably locally saved on the computer. So I'm going to do sign out again. Might let him in too because it's locally saved on the computer. I'm going to log in with another account. I'm going to log in with a brand new account. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to do new user. I'm going to call it test. Next. Do welcome 1 again. Call it test. I'm going to do other user. We'll do test. I'm going to do welcome 1. There we go. Shouldn't let me in at all anymore. So in this case, when this happens, you actually have to remove the computer from the domain and re-add it back. But let me see if I could get away with creating a desktop 2 here. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to do computer for this one. I'm going to do desktop 2. Desktop 2. And I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to put it back over here. So it's called desktop 2 now. And let's see if it lets me in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to hit restart. I'm going to go in CMD. I'm going to do ping desktop 2. So now it's not even there anymore. You see it doesn't even find it in the domain. I just created it, by the way. I created a desktop 2, which you won't like. This is not how you would do it, by the way. I'm experimenting right now. So do test. Do welcome 1. I'm going to do Helpdesk. I'm going to do password 1, 2, 3. Should let me in. It sees desktop 2 now for some reason. I'm going to do sign out. So I just created it again. You could actually do that, by the way. And in my job, I've done this before. So you could actually create the desktop again on the OU. You wouldn't do that, by the way. In a real job environment, you may not do that. So this one is still not letting me in. So at this point, it's messed up. So you have to log in with the local account. Mine would be /. So if you want to log in locally, you do /. If you want to figure out how to log in locally, you hit the little sign in button right over here. It tells you log into desktop 2 by typing desktop 2 / local user. I'm going to do / administrator. And I'm going to do enter. It should let me in. We'll see if it lets me in. I'm going to delete the account right over here. I'm going to go over here on this computer. I'm going to go to this PC. I'm going to right click on this PC. I'm going to hit properties. I'm going to hit change settings. I'm going to hit change. I'm going to put it back on a work group. I'm going to hit OK. You need to know the password for your Helpdesk account, otherwise it's not going to work. Mine is Helpdesk password 1, 2, 3 exclamation point. It's good practice, by the way. So this is what you would be doing and this is what you will be doing in a work environment where a computer falls off the domain and the user can't log in anymore. You have to actually take it out, re-add it again, log in as a local user, take it out, re-add it again, and then log in as an admin account, and then you're good to go after that. So this is something that you will see in a job environment. This is something that you would see in a job interview too. Like they will tell you that a computer has fallen from the domain what would you do if a computer has fallen from the domain? What would you do? Would you just leave it alone? Would you restart it? What would you do exactly? And then like, oh no, I will log in as a local account. If there's a local account on the computer, I'll log into the local account. I will log in as a local account. I do change settings. I go to the C Explorer, change settings. I go to change. I take it off the domain and log in, put the password in, and then log in again as the admin and add it again on the domain. So that's basically what your answer would be, if that makes sense. So this is how you would do it. And now I'm gonna log in again. Helpdesk, password 123. Okay. It should let me back in again. Let's see if it lets me back in. Hit OK. Hit OK. Hit that. Hit restart now. You're gonna right click on computers. We're gonna hit refresh. It should be right here. Desktop 2 is back on the domain, and that's it. You're good to go after that. So these are all common issues you're gonna see in real life. That's why I have to go over this, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today. I hope this video helps you out. As always, I hope you guys have a great day. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And hopefully this video helps you out in some shape or form. We should be good to go with this. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. And next week, we're going to go over NTFS, shared drive provisioning, security groups, and distribution groups. Okay? I hope you guys have a great Sunday, and I hope you guys take care. Bye. Peace. Later.